Research Institute from Madurai. Ma'am, from any of them from Home Science College, kindly respond if any of them has to join students and faculties, or let me start. I hope it is audible.
You can call them, Jayanti, and see if you know anybody. You just call them and just ask them if they've all joined. I think they have. I can see the hall.
Yes, they are present. I just now call that ma'am and just inquire. Okay.
Hello, madam.
We can see all of them, Jayanti.
Yes, ma'am. Already they have joined.
Okay.
Madam, we have joined, madam.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
So, thank you very much to the staff and students of the Home Science College and Research Institute of Madurai for joining us today. Just for the information of all of you, we have been carrying out a national campaign on fish for health over the last few days, and this is a program, a webinar in connection with that. This is in regard to the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, where we are celebrating 75 years of our independence. So we are very happy that all of you could join us. Besides that, staff of CIFT are also present for this webinar. We are having a series of webinars. In fact, this is the second one today. So a warm welcome to all of you from the Home Science College and Research Institute, Madurai. And I hope this webinar will be useful to you, and you'll be able to take home some points from this. To begin with, I request Dr. T.V. Shankar, who is the convener of the whole program, whole national campaign, to give his remarks before Jayanti can make her presentation. Sir, please.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Distinguished guests who have joined this webinar, faculties and students of the Home Science College and Research Institute, Madurai, heads of divisions and SICs from ICAR-CIFT, today's speaker, Dr. Jayanti, other scientists, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. Today, Director CFT is preoccupied with another meeting, and she could not present herself here for this meeting. However, we as scheduled, we will continue the meeting. As all of you are aware, we are completing 75 years since our independence. To commemorate this occasion, Government of India is doing a number of activities, including webinar in the respective areas of the ministries concerned. As directed by ICIR, CFT also joined in this program. CFT being an institute dedicated to harvest and post-harvest technology of fish, we are just trying to see how to popularize the idea of consumption of fish among the citizens of India. In fact, our national campaign started on 16th July 2022. Since then, we are continuing our activities in this very theme. As you know that the per capita consumption across the globe, it is varying. In India, it is between 6 to 9. Compared to the world per capita consumption of about 20. So definitely it needs to be propagated. People generally relish fish, but many times the health effects of or the complement of the health area is not known to many of the people, even though they consume fish. So we felt it is utmost important we drive the message across the population of India in this regard. With reference to CIFT, this institute was established in the year 1957. Since then, it is working seriously on the harvest and post-harvest technology of fish. And it has got about 7 divisions dedicated to research, fishing technology, which is concerned with harvesting technologies, and fish processing technology, biochemistry and nutrition. Then we have a division working on the microbiology, fermentation and biotechnology. Then we have an engineering division dedicated. Then we have a quality assurance and management division concerned with the quality and standards issue of fish and fish products. Then we have an engineering division working on the machineries, and also extension information statistic division dedicated to extension of the technologies and the information generated in the institute. Besides, it is also a ISO 9001 certified institute, and it is certified by ISO, accredited by ISO 17025-2017. It is also a referral lab for Food Safety Standards Authority of India. So it is the headquarters which is placed at Cochin. Besides, we have centers at Gujarat, Maharashtra, and Andhra Pradesh. I am sure this topic, of course, today's lecture is by Dr. Jaya Jayanti. She is a senior scientist attached to the Extension Information Statistics Division of the Institute. She is going to talk on the fish for life and policies for development. It is a very interesting topic, so to say, and I'm sure the speaker will be able to share the much needed information for the benefit of the participants today here. The participants on the other hand can utilize the opportunity to harness the needed benefit from the institute and also from the speaker. With these few words, I leave the stage for the speaker, and I wish all the participants a good lecture ahead, and I hope and believe that they will greatly benefit from this lecture. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I think Jayanti, you can make the presentation and.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. I hope I am audible. From that student side from Madurai, you can ensure that if it is audible. Let me share my screen.
It's audible, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I hope my slides are visible too.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
It's visible, please.
Thank you, sir. As rightly explained by introduction by that Shankar sir and Nikita ma'am, it's actually a national campaign on fish for health and prosperity. We are conducting as part of that Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Actually, before starting mine, ellarukkum vanakkam. I am from that TNAU product only. I am very proud to give a lecture today. And I take this opportunity to meet you all in this forum at the very short notice. Dean has accepted and she gave an permission to present this awareness and popularizing program to you all. So as Sir was mentioned, it is an ICAR-CIFT since 1957. We are working on the harvest and post-harvesting of technology. we have in 7 divisions, fish technology, fish processing, biochemistry, engineering, quality assurance management, microbiology, fermentation and biotechnology, extension information and statistics. So today I'm going to give you some of that points which is on that economic orientation related to that, on that nutrition and how that nutrition can be enriching that livelihood of your mankind. நம்ம எல்லாருக்கும் பாரதியாரை பத்தி தெரியும், நம்ம படிச்சிருக்கோம். அதுல அவர் சொல்றதுல இனியொரு விதி செய்வோம், அது எந்த நாளும் செய்வோம், because it means that sustainability, daily basis, on the routine basis we need to do. And another one is தனி ஒருவருக்கு உணவில்லை எனில் ஜெகத்தினை அழித்திடுவோம். நம்ம எல்லாருக்கும் அது தெரிஞ்சதுதான். அப்படின்றப்ப உணவு அப்படின்றது நம்மளோடதுல எவ்வளவு இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் அப்படின்றது நம்மளோட எக்ஸிஸ்டன்ஸ்க்கும் சரி, எனி ஏஜ் குரூப் we can say, starting from the childhood, adulthood, adolescence, and then to that old age also. How it is significant, we will say, and this how fish is important. இப்ப பாக்குறப்ப நம்ம குவாலிட்டி ஆஃப் லைஃப், இப்ப லைஃப்ன்றது வந்துனாக்கா வாழ்க்கைன்றது எப்படி வேணாலும் இருக்கலாம், ஆனா வந்துனாக்கா அதோட வாழ்வாதாரம் அப்படின்றது எப்படி இருக்கணும், ஒரு குவாலிட்டியா இருக்கணும் அப்படின்றதுதான். அதான் எக்கனாமிக்ஸ் இதுலயும் சொல்றது, குவாலிட்டி ஆஃப் லைஃப் பத்தி ஒரு இதே இருக்கு. பிசிக்கல் குவாலிட்டி ஆஃப் லைஃபோட ஸ்கேலே நம்ம இண்டெக்ஸ் இருக்கு. So World Health Organization, they have given certain standards. What are the things can be of in that quality of life? So in this, one is that health, another one is wealth, and third one is an employment. So I will take this health as a first concept, then I will come to that wealth. So health in the aspect, first that nutrition. Nutrition, when we are going for that nutrition, we all know, as you are from that home science, you have an special topic or a special subjects on different dietetics and all those processing and household food management. Everything will be a part of that. So in this, I will take this talk as an one thing on economic problems, because whenever we are starting with that, we will ask 3 questions, economic questions. What to produce in that agriculture means what to and how to and for whom we need to do, that is in consumers. So from this also I will make into that angle to explain that how fish is important. And one more thing, based on the need, who need that fish, that is important, because we know that needy people should be of get that food. That's what in sustainable development goals, SDGs, we have a special mention on that, that is zero poverty and no hunger. So fish has a lot of nutrients in that, starting from macro and micronutrients. It has a lot of nutrients encompassed, and from that better nutrition, because we need to say that balanced nutrition. So that World Health Organization, they have given us better nutrition means it has to be given from childhood to all the age groups, and it should strengthen our immune system, because our immune system is responsible for our human metabolism. So that needs to be taken, and it should lower the certain disease, non-communicable disease, and also it should support our lifespan to make our life as a healthy. So FAO, they have given that fish, it is a nature's superfood, and it is a powerhouse of nutrients. As it was rightly mentioned, it has an protein is rich, and it was a scientific evidence that 67% of animal protein. It is a very cheapest protein compared to other protein sources. It has an affordable to that even a common people, because mutton and chicken, somebody they may not be of, but there are low cost fishes which can given high nutritive value, which can be used by a common indigenous people also. It has endowed with a lot of nutrients and vitamins, vitamin A, D, and vitamin B12, iron, iodine, and especially omega-3 fatty acid. Right now we are speaking on that antioxidants and all. So that omega-3 fatty acids and all, highly rich in that. I will take this topic on that, because nutrition, why it is important is that UN report, it has supported that. From 2021, the global hunger numbers It has increased when compared to that previous 2 years. It shows that now that current status is 828 million, they are in that hunger levels, exclusively in the areas of African countries. And one more thing, that India, there is an chance of increasing their requirement, food requirement in 2030, fish requirement, because there is an increasing population is there. So we need to increase the growing demand. In WHO report, it has mentioned that India, it has an highest malnutrition status. But here, when compared to that, some other African countries also, it is going in that higher numbers. That status of a statistic shows that it is a higher compared to that certain African countries. So when we talk about that, this hunger, it is one of that social or public health issue which need to be addressed. That possibility, maybe the potential of fish can be of one of the source. As WHO rightly pointed out, that malnutrition, it is one of the single most dangerous threat. So it needs to be addressed with a lot of initiatives at that nutrition level and scientific intervention, and also at the community levels. So one such initiative from India is Mission Poshan 2, that is an integrated nutrition support program. It has been launched recently in 2021 to increase the nutritional content and delivery system, and how we can make a linkages in through that practices of enhancing the knowledge levels of publics, because their health, wellness, and immunity, that needs to be taken care. The two, we all know that in COVID-19 times, how we all make that situation, how face that situation in a very toughest situation. So when in food security aspects, if we are taking that, there is 11.7% they are facing severe levels of food insecurity. So what is necessary, what is needed at this point is, we need to take care of 3 A's, which is mentioned by that as an availability, accessibility, and affordable. Because some of the places it may be of available and access, but affordable cannot be of, because they can't be having that purchasing power to get the fish or purchase the fish to make them as a secure. Now coming to that one more higher level of not only food security, it will be of nutrition security also. So that we have already in a lot of experiments on that golden rice and all. We have interest with the vitamin A. As like this, fish can be one of the source. There are a lot of technologies and it has been developments happen in the side to enrich the nutrition of fish in common food. So when that nutrition of fish has to be taken as or talking as a topic, we can start with that of why we need to choose a fish. That already I told that it has a lot of nutrients is there, which can be of easily digestible also for all age groups. So we need to go for fish as a food, as a natural, digestible, and nutrient element. Next is, what are the product forms available? Because there are variety of diversification is there. Right now also it is a fast food, so many value-added products, everything it is coming up because consumer choice is more, they haven't go for a metropolitan pattern of lifestyle. So it is increasing over that time, and we need to go for a product diversification. So I will show you that what are the products available on that value additions and consumption, because how much we can take, whether daily basis or whatever maybe, that is in certain guidelines from different organizations from WHO and FIDF. Some recommendations are there. How much recommendations we can take as a fish, and whom to eat. It may be from all that beneficiaries can be taken, and whether that fish what we are purchasing from that market is safe. That knowledge levels or facts needs to be taken, because that fish we are always having a suspicion that whether whatever may be the product, whether it is free of adulteration. So that knowledge we need to get. So as I mentioned, it is one of the healthiest food, and it is one of the popular or potential resource to make out and meet out the challenges in the coming years due to that population pressure. So when you check into that of nutritional composition, actually this has an 18 to 20% of protein. Apart from that, minerals are there, calcium, phosphorus, and vitamins are there. So the value addition, when in Indian state, that is Indian status, it is increased from the 2020 to 2021. There is nowadays, there is right to eat, right to cook, right to serve. That products, it shows an increasing trend over the previous year. This shows that there is a boom, or there is an potential for value addition and getting that, because always there will be of convenient and new foods, and it will be of habits are changing over the period. So it may be of, we can take as a fresh, otherwise dried and frozen or chilled. Our value-added products may be of in that certain functional forms, because I will show you some of the functional forms, how what has been developed in that CIFT towards addressing certain issues, that is anti-inflammatory or anti-anesthetic. So dental curative, certain products has been developed on that aspects. And certain convenient products, as I mentioned, it is in right to eat and products and all. And byproducts, because feed, certain fish feed and manure for the crops, and the silage, that can be one of that option we can do with the fish. So that functional foods, recently it has an increasing scenario. From Asia and Pacific, there is an increasing trend that shows that enriched with vitamins and also that omega-3 fatty acid from the fish. It shows an increasing functional foods in that global level. So there are certain options of in each category of products, that is live fish and chilled or frozen. And frozen products are there, and ready to eat and ready to cook products. Some of them it's on as we take as an Lays and Kurkure and all. This is in certain products, or then fried products as like that is in tuna curry, fish curry and all that. It is developed at CIFT. And battered and breaded products, it is like cutlets, and it has been marinated with some kind of chaat masalas, and using different ingredients, it can be prepared. And specialized products, it may be of mainly for trade, seafood trade, mainly exclusive on that shrimp. We will call as eral. Tamil will call eral, no? That is that using that specialized products exclusive for country specific, it will be prepared. This is also some of the specialized products. This is an surmi based products for exclusive for Japan and other countries, because that preferences varies regional wide. So it will be of in seafood trade. That is one thing we can take into consideration of that consumer preference and their need. And apart from that, that packaging, because ready to eat food also, it will be packaged in different kind of materials, because tin can be of an option, and bottles, glass bottles, otherwise that see-through packages and aluminum foils, retorted pouches, everything it is an giving an option for go for different packaging materials. This is also when cured and dried products. As I told, it's in Kurkure and other products. These are the dried outlets which has been using the dried fish, as like we will call as a carvadano, drying and putting them. So this is some ethnic products. It will be of very catering the needs of the northeast and all, that smoked and certain products using the pickle and all, exclusive for that. Some ethnic community. So when you see that, as rightly Sankar sir mentioned, it was that consumption, it has increased from when we are look on that scenario, 1960s onwards, it's showing an increasing trend of fish consumption. Now it is in 20.3 and right now there is in reaching to the 21 kgs. But Indian level, it is of 9 kg within that range of 5 to 10 kgs per capita fish consumption. So when we're seeing this, the developing and developed countries in 2025, we needed additional fish consumption levels. So it means that production has to be of going in that line to meet out that consumption level. So after that, China, India will be of in second level to be of in that Asian countries among that to contribute for this. When coming to the quantity of fish consumption, if you are seeing that different categories, where different countries, they have also shown in different levels over the period. But in this one by the FAO, they have clearly mentioned that consumption at that coastal indigenous people, because regional differences I mentioned. So from there, they were 74 kgs of seafood per capita has been consumed, because global averages now it is 20. But it is an indigenous people, they are consuming a lot. So that in Kerala also, even though we are saying as in 9 kgs of consumption, Kerala, there is a consumption of 23 to 26. It ranges between that level. So that India, it is in that range of 5 to 10 kgs of fish consumption in that global level. So what is that is, there is a gap in the production and consumption. So what needs to be there is that FAO region wise, if you are seeing that production and consumption, it will be of in different countries. So that is needs the trade. The linkage should be done with that seafood trade. Come to the consumption level in our Indian scenario. If we are seeing that is in different regional differences are there. Producers, that is as per 2019-20 that as public marine census, it is in Tamil Nadu tops high, but when consumption, it is in Kerala. But Union Territory of Lakshadweep, state-wise, if you are telling, it is a Kerala, but Lakshadweep and Union Territory, it has a high consumption. One point in Kerala, there is a mostly of daily basis, they used to take a fish because their supply, it is near to the supply. That is one reason this supply and accessible. And state-wise consumption, that families and households at that state-wise, it shows that 24.7% of Indian families, they are consuming fishes and prawns. As it is an potential better and nutrient-rich fishes, we all eat that sardine fish. So I have taken that one because in Tamil it will be called as matti mean. So it has endowed with so many nutrients. அதில் எல்லா ஊட்டச்சத்துமே நமக்கு இருக்கு. தேவையான ஒரு குழந்தையில இருந்து ஒரு பெரியவங்கல இருந்து எல்லாருக்குமே தேவையான ஊட்டச்சத்து அதுல இருக்கு. Because it is endowed with omega-3 fatty acids அதுல நிறையவே இருக்கு. அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கிறதுல பார்த்தோம்னா omega-3 fatty acids நமக்கு நிறைய இருக்கிறதுல சார்டின், அப்புறம் மேக்ரல், அப்புறம் நம்ம இதுல ஆங்கோவிஸ்ன்னு சொல்லுவோம், நம்ம நெத்திலின்னு சொல்லுவோம். அந்த மாதிரி மீன், இப்போ இறால், ஷ்ரிம்ப், அதுல எல்லாம் வந்துனாக்கா கூடுதலாவே இருக்கு. நியூட்ரியன்ட் ரிச் ஃபிஷஸ்ன்றனால நம்ம டெய்லி எடுத்துக்கலாமா இல்ல எத்தனை நாளுக்கு இன்டர்வல்ல எடுத்துக்கலாம் அப்படின்றப்ப நமக்கு அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ரெக்கமெண்டேஷன் இவ்வளவுக்கு நீங்க எடுக்கணும் இல்ல. இஃப் யூ ஆர் டேக்கிங் ஆன் டெய்லி பேசிஸ் இட்ஸ் வெல் அண்ட் குட், பிகாஸ் இட் இஸ் நாட் harm that you should not take daily. But at least if you are following that habit of taking fish for 2 to 3 servings per week at 100 grams per servings, it is good for all reducing your non-communicable disease occurrence and also to enhance your immune system. Then I told you that when we are going for purchasing the fish in the market, we always in the suspicion that fish is a good one or it is in having an free of adulterants and all. So always there will be of doubtful. It's a consumer angle, it is correct. So to cater to this, CFT it has developed an CIFT test for testing that adulteration in fresh fish that is exclusive for ammonia and formaldehyde. So as like this one strip, it will be of popularized, and it is a kit has been of consisting of a number of strips, and using this a consumer or an household or homemaker, he or she can easily use the strip and identify that color change can be the indicator for whether that fish is in adulterant or not. So that's about my focus on that nutrition aspects. But coming to that livelihood, as I told, we need and first சுவர் இருந்தா தான் சித்திரம் வரைய முடியும் நமக்கு. அப்ப அந்த சுவர்ன்றது நமக்கு ஹெல்த். அதை இது பண்ணிட்டோம்னா நமக்கு after that what we need to do, increasing our standard of living. So how we can increase our standard of living? Through certain employment. As it is an increasing one of the standard indicator mentioned in quality of life by that WHO, that is an livelihood through proper employment or entrepreneurship development. That is the one way we can make ourselves independent and also going in the income generation activity. So for that, fish can be one of the resource. Why I am saying as a fish can be one of the one, because through which there are a lot of entrepreneurship opportunities are there. There are a lot of fish processing and value addition opportunities are there. We can start up with that, any of that, and choose according to or otherwise you can incorporate your new ideas to evolve certain new products. That can be also possible. But this fishery related livelihoods or whatever may be, that livelihood enhancing, it may be of very complex as it is involved in human being and their behavior and their lot of things are encompassed to that. So it needs a lot of time to evolve, and we need a proper planning in a scientific way to make it as a success and sustainable one. So fish-based livelihood opportunities, we can say that some of them from that fish farming can be that like ornamental fishes and all. As then fish processing units can be started, and dry fish units or canning units or fish feed units or and certain producing and nutraceutical products, and exclusive for producing certain packaging is for that fish whole fish value chain can be the options. So as an entrepreneur, how we need, where we need to start, or otherwise what are the qualities we need to have. But it cannot be judged at that field level. We need to start with that proper limited informations and evolve it through proper guidance from that institution support. It will be work out because we have that success on that. I will because business incubation center we have. So through that we have given hand holding on that entrepreneurs throughout from that starting how to conceptualize and make into a marketable product. So in this, what need is we needed certain leadership. It need not be lead means should not have a higher qualities of it. You should have an ability to lead certain and decide upon some of the aspects, and you need to plan accordingly, and you have to be think on that certain risk. If risk is nothing but uncertain things has to be happen or some problems occurred, how assertive to take that risk, that ability needs to help. So in this, as I mentioned earlier, there are certain nutraceutical products we have developed by using different, by using seaweed, because these two products first I have mentioned is a seaweed nutri drink and also one cookies and nutri bar and certain bioactive components. You might in that certain components for that anti-inflammation that products, and squalene, that is shark liver oil, and then Chitopro. This is one of the chitin based products for using for nutraceuticals. And I will explain as an entrepreneurship, if you are taking, It may be of individual or group approach, it depends. But if you are going in a group, there are a lot of privileges, or there are a lot of soaps or certain kind of freebies are there. You can go on and you can be uplifted, and group support or a team support will be there. You need not be of go on alone and do anything. So that can be a one example which has a success story in Kerala is that Kudumbashree. It is actually an state poverty eradication mission program, not only in fisheries, it has in all that areas it is there. So it is like a, I can say it is in one of the largest women network in that world. So it has different tier structure and it is working on that. So coming to this entrepreneurship development, what is that intervention which we at ICAR-CIFT we are providing is an agribusiness incubation. It is an ABI. So through agribusiness incubation, we are hand-holding the startups. We will be giving them the how to choose that correct technology and how they can go for upscaling their technology and how they can evolve it in a right way, linking to that of how marketing aspects can be and financial, technological. All that thing will be of taken care as a one-stop place for doing that business. It will be provided all the networks, linkages, networks, and space, office space also. Because at the initial stage, we may be in dilemma where to start, how to invest that much money, and all. So at for a considerable period of time, we can use this facility to brand your products. So these are the supporting ABI supporting services. Here we are doing for that product promotion, certification, branding, IP protection, training, exclusive on that. What are that? Because idea may be of yours, you will be make an idea, and here we will be giving a training and how to improve in a scientific way, and how to develop your business in a larger scale, and making the networks, marketing, how successful it can be done. Everything will be supported. So these are that office facilities given from CIFT ABA Center. That is a pilot plant for doing that, all that product development and testing, everything can be done at this level. So these are the different facilities available on the production line, that is pre-processing, freezing and chilling, value addition, and byproducts can be done. Retorted pouch processing, sausage and extruded products, breading and battering, cooking and canning, chitin and chitosan and packaging. These are the facilities they are offering through the ABA. These are some of the incubators. They have developed their brands and they have successful, and still they have a hand holding with ABA. And this is done at the engineering division for developing, because here it is a dried product is very much focused, and they have a high demand. So the dryers, the solar dryers and different dryers, and developed that engineering division, and fish processing kiosk. It has been developed for displaying, that is proper displaying of fishes at the markets. It's based on the need. If entrepreneurs need is different, based on that we will customize, and we have given, and still there is a follow-up and feedback has been done. So this is the one D-scale unit, because we all know that how that removing this fish scales, it is very difficult as a women at that household. That is a very difficult one. So that can be done using the interventions, engineering interventions. So these are that certain dry fish products developed using that solar dryers. So as ma'am already mentioned that as students, or that they will be happy to know that certain policies, if what are that policies for that developing their entrepreneurship are going for that, because final year and third year students they are attending. So it will be useful for them. So that I have included that, because policies, when you are taking that, it will be of taken on that individual, or that is people basis. Certain people like a women's or a certain kind of area specific are there. Otherwise, to increase the income. Otherwise, based on that location, there are certain policies. So it's mainly given to improve that, first of all, for that food security and livelihood, and also for nutritional security of that population. So here, recently there was one scheme which has been introduced on the Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, that is PMMSY. It has been introduced mainly to giving and capacity building in different areas for sustainable and responsible development of fisheries sector. And apart from them, there are opportunities for that entrepreneurship. It is giving on that subsidized basis. So there is a 25 to 30% exclusively, and also for women specific certain schemes are there. So as in policies, there is an as it is in fish, there is a blue revolution. It is a blue economy. So here in recently there is a blue economy related opportunities, employment opportunities have been initiated, and then ocean-based livelihood aspect, and otherwise on the value additions. Mainly for sustaining livelihoods, because as the blue economy, it has been highlighted that it is a next great economic frontier, because oceans are that renewable resource, because it cannot be of exhausted, but as there are a lot of destructive methods are going on, it leads to extraction. So another one thing which is initiated by the government on increasing that farmers' income, doubling farmers' income. So as fishers also an allied activity, it needs to increasing that farmers' income through their different alternative income opportunities and market linkages, and how to reduce the risk. This also be a part of that. It is Niti Aayog, it is that initiative has been taken, and 2022 has been put on a deadline for doubling the farmers' income. So as part of entrepreneurs, there are when government side and for developing any industries, there are mainly 4 important development projects are there. First one, that is a GCI New Gen IEDC. It is one of the only exclusive for college level students, because when they have certain innovative ideas, they can apply and they can get an opportunity to go for it. If it is worthable and viable or unique one, you can get an support from their institution for developing your product. 2.5 lakhs can be given to the students. And apart from that, MSME, there is an micro, small and medium enterprises. They also have a development assistance, and Atal Incubation Center is there, that also in hand-holding and promoting that entrepreneurs, and a women entrepreneurship platform, that is WEEP, that also when giving an motivational and knowledge sharing and hand-holding support for entrepreneurs. So with this, I will try to say that why I have put these 2 is, one is the first one is that one of the comic which has been prepared by USAID, that is on that even a small fish, they have an rich in nutrients. So it is not make an awareness that child safe fishes for safe for child. So eat fish, it is good for health, and it has a lot of benefits starting from that young age to that old age. So as an entrepreneur, if you have as an entrepreneur, you want to go for an improving your livelihood or go for an independent thing, don't stop it. You can approach institutions or hand holding, that lot of opportunities are there. So as Abdul Kalam told, it is without your involvement, you can't succeed, but with your involvement, you can't fight. So you have to develop your self-confidence. That's what Vivekananda told that. உன் மீது உனக்கு நம்பிக்கை இல்லை என்றால் கடவுள் நேரில் வந்தாலும் பயனில்லை. So you develop your self-confidence and go ahead. Thank you. Any queries from your side? Ready to answer, ma'am.
Madam, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Madam, how we should reduce the heavy metal toxicity in the sea fish?
How?
Heavy metal toxicity in the sea fish.
No, there is actually, as I told, it is done by that quality and quality division of the ICAR-CIFT, they have in certain standards are there. What is that recommended levels or that standards which cannot be exceed into that levels, different threshold levels. So it will be, you want in certain inquiry about that. I will just note, inquire about that. If I will link it to you, ma'am, because there are heavy metals are there. It can be of in certain level, permissible levels are there.
Thank you.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Can somebody repeat the question, please?
Madam, how to reduce the heavy metal toxicity in the sea fish?
Yeah, our expert is here, Dr. Satyan Kumar Panda. He will answer that.
Okay, thank you, madam.
Actually, there is no way once it is accumulated in the fish, there is no way you can reduce the toxicity. The only thing is that we should have source control from where we are harvesting. We should see that the fish were found in harvested is free from pollution and free from all this, free from the area from where it is the discharge of industrial waste into that. Another thing that must know that as the trophic level of the fish increases, fishes which are put at the higher trophic level have higher amount of heavy metal bioaccumulation. So when you are selecting a fish for consumption, you should see that you should be careful about selecting those fishes which are at the higher trophic level or apex predators like marlin, swordfish, tuna, which have high propensity of heavy metal accumulations. So coming back to your question again, once heavy metal is there, it is not possible to reduce the toxicity by any other means.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Any more questions?
Good afternoon, ma'am. Hello. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Which fish can we prefer, ma'am? Freshwater fish or sea fish that is preserved for 1 week, kind of?
Which fish carries?
Which fish you can prefer?
Fish that
Which
is
fish is preferred? More preferred?
Any
Freshwater fish or?
no, whether it is freshwater or sea fish, the most ideal thing is fresh fish. Where there is no fresh fish, only chilled fish is available. Interior areas, you may not have access to the fresh fish. So obviously you go for iced fish. So the priority or liking by the individual is like this: fresh fish, followed by chilled fish, followed by frozen fish, and then dried fish like that, depending upon the availability.
Thank you, sir.
Any other queries? All the experts are here attending a meeting. So if you have just raised that, we will be happy to answer your queries.
Madam, I would like to know what are the fish varieties is mainly used for the retard packaging?
retort
Retort
package.
Hindu.
Retort package.
What is retort packaging?
What are the fish? Actually, for retort package, you can use all types of fishes. Mainly, bigger fishes can be used stable fishes because the retort packaging technology by itself is costly. So when you go for high-end fishes, you can justify the cost of it. At the same time, small fishes like smaller fish like sardine, mackerel also can be used. Prawns can be used. Okay.
Thank you, madam.
Any more questions? If not, shall we close the program?
Madam, on
Jayanti?
behalf of,
Yes.
on behalf of Community Science College and Research Institute, Tamil Nadu Agriculture University, we had a great opportunity to interact with all the scientists of CIFT. And I thank the director as well as the Jaya Jayanti madam for giving the good interactions with our students and also the presentation. Thank you so much, madam.
Thank you, ma'am, for your presence, and in a short notice, madam has agreed for that. And luckily, you all have been connected with all that experts and that from divisions of ICAR-CIFT. I thank all that CIFT and participants and faculty from that Home Science College and Research Institute, Madurai. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jayanti, and thanks to the principal, faculty members, and the students from the Home Science College for cooperating with CIFT in this very important campaign. Thank you all.
Shaila,